Hello, I'm Toycat, and today I want to show you one of the most truly bizarre Minecraft speedruns I've ever seen, and I want to show you this because it comes from Legacy Console Edition, a version of the game which hasn't received an update on most of its platforms in 4 to 5 years, and support officially ended in 2019, but that hasn't stopped a dedicated community of Minecraft players and indeed speedrunners from getting together and making records like this one happen, because speedrunner Kaludi just managed to set a brand new world record in the random seed glitches category in January of 2021, and I want to show you this run because it's just so different and so interesting to watch if you're used to any other version of speedrunning. But before we get into that, I want to just quickly remind you, hey, you can subscribe to the Toycat YouTube channel, and statistics do in fact show that greater than 99% of house fires happen to people who aren't subscribed to the channel. You can do with that information what you will, but let's get into the speedrun, shall we? So as the speedrun gets started, it looks just like every other Minecraft speedrun you've ever seen. I mean, sure, this is a good spawn, and you expect that in the random seed glitches category when it's a world record, but what you might not expect is how the RNG works in Minecraft Console Edition. Unlike other versions of Minecraft where you have to dream for great RNG and you might even be willing to cheat to get the RNG that you need, instead in this version you are in control of your own RNG because of a feature called exit without saving. This is because Minecraft Console Edition lets you save when you want to as opposed to an autosave, which sounds like a downside, but it allows you to exit without saving and discard progress made since the last save. This means that obviously you could save perhaps in front of a blacksmith chest, and then you could open the blacksmith chest, and if you didn't like what you got, you could exit without saving to go back to before you opened it. This is because the blacksmith chest, it works out what's inside there after you open the chest, and so this means you can continuously reload that chest, because sometimes you'll get things as bad as, 2 apples, a piece of bread, and some gold horse armor, but sometimes you'll find obsidian or even diamonds inside of this thing. And this is a very bizarre thing to watch, but it is entirely allowed. It's part of the Minecraft speedrunning rules, and it's a feature in the game. It actually makes sense that the community would allow this because it's a direct and intended feature of Minecraft Console Edition, but it leads to some very weird looking speedruns where the first full 2 minutes of this run are spent loading up over and over again until he gets his dream chest right here, which as you can see has itself not just some iron in, but it has enough obsidian to make a full portal. 10 full obsidian plus some iron boots. That's real nice. But the craziest thing to watch is after watching 2 minutes of exit without savings, what you're going to see right afterwards is he goes to the second blacksmith, and even though he's got 6 iron, which is enough for most other platforms, in Minecraft Console that's not really good enough. So what he does is he does the exact same save and then unsave thing over and over again for a full extra minute. By the time he's got what he wants, we are in 4 minutes. We're 3 minutes and 30 seconds into this run, a little over actually. But he's got himself a lot of iron swords. He's got himself lots and lots of iron, enough that he's going to need for the whole run. And again, he can make himself a full set of iron tools, all of which are going to come important. I mean, you can see why the pickaxe is nice. You can see why the sword is nice, but this axe is really going to be the heavy lifter for the entire run. Also, in Minecraft Console Edition, the lava bucket technique is slightly less reliable, so you're going to see that he, again, rather than risking it by grabbing a bucket of lava and trying to light his portal that way, he's got all the iron he needs. He's just spent time doing it. So what he's going to do instead is he's going to go straight to some gravel. He needs to mine that for some flint anyway. This is effectively like watching a 1.14 Minecraft speedrun where trading is the name of the game, but also he's going to want a flint and steel, so he grabs some gravel for later. He's got his flint and steel ready, and now what he does is he prepares that village for later. Unlike other versions of Minecraft, there's a very interesting feature in Minecraft Console trading that means effectively he needs just 2 villagers. He needs 1 villager for a cleric, he needs 1 villager to be a fletcher, but he doesn't need multiple copies of both, and so you're going to see that's a key part of what he's doing here. Also, he's going to go ahead and he's going to get himself some hay bales. I mean, these are useful. This is one of the few ways in which this is exactly like every other speedrun you've watched. These are useful to everyone. Who doesn't need hay bales? Who doesn't need bread? They're just one of the most useful Minecraft features that are just given to you by these villagers. Anyway, so now that he's got that out of the way, he's got his flint and steel, he's got his obsidian, he's got his full set of iron tools, and he's going to the Nether. And before he goes to the Nether, it's important to mention a very weird quirk about Minecraft Console Edition, and that is that the Nether scales at a 3-to-1 ratio. In the, every 8 blocks you travel in the overworld is 1 block in the Nether for Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock. For Console Edition, if you play on on a classic world size like he has, it's 3-to-1. This means the Nether is not only very small, but it also means there's a very interesting ratio of the size of it to the overworld that means that you're again, it sounds like it's less likely to find a fortress, but because there is a fortress guaranteed in every one of these Nethers, which has a block size of this many, it's terrifically small. It means that finding the fortress is very easy to do, but also finding the fortress will give him some key information for later, because Minecraft Console Edition always generates the stronghold and the fortress in the same rough location. If you were to have a Nether portal at 1, it would always lead you to almost almost directly above the other one, and he can use this information later, looking at roughly where on the map it is. And again, why is that the case? Is it glitch? Is it intended? We don't know for sure, but he uses this to his advantage. Also, what he uses to his advantage, because Minecraft console has brutal blazes. Unlike Bedrock and Java, where there's some give, the blazes always know where you are, and they're always ready to attack. They won't attack if they're behind walls, but they'll be ready to attack. And then also, to make it even more brutal, they've only got a 1 in 3 chance of dropping blaze rods, as opposed to 50-50. You know, this is RNG that, you know, sounds entirely out of control, and it does make the blaze killing part of a speedrun much harder in Minecraft console. But again, he's got X without saving. It's got it back right here, which means that, interestingly enough, it is worth his time to reload a save when a blaze spawns. The amount of time it would take for more blazes to spawn is, you know, like actually going to be a longer time than it takes to just go back to the menu, reload since the last save, and then get the blaze in again. It's really interesting because, again, taking advantage of this RNG, being the master of your own destiny when it comes to blazes spawning and what they get, is something you don't see in other versions, and that just feels weird. Like, you don't see this in many games even. It feels like some weird exploit. But again, it's one of the key features of Minecraft Console Edition, and therefore he takes full advantage of it. Anyway, so here you can see he's going to kill all these blazes. The 1 in 3 chances of getting blaze rods, if you're curious as to why, by the way, it's because in Minecraft Console, glowstone isn't renewable, so they made blazes drop glowstone, but it takes up one of their drop spots. So they've got a 33% chance of dropping nothing, a 33% chance of dropping glowstone, and a 33% chance of dropping blaze rods. It's really brutal, especially when there's so many of them and they're super dangerous and he has no armor, but he goes and he takes the risk, knowing that, you know, if things go badly, if he does die, exit without saving. If he doesn't get any blaze rods, exit without saving. And again, the actual end time taken is fast enough, as you can tell from the fact that this is a world record run. This is the fastest this has ever been done. Something that truly does have to be said is incredible. You can even see, looking at the, if you look at the you know, categories, you can see that he beat the previous best time by 4 minutes. So, you know, things are going pretty well for him, it goes without saying. Anyway, so after this is all done, after the bizarreness of watching a solid like 3 minutes of menu screen so far in this run, you can see that he's got his blaze rods almost sorted. He's got 5 of them. He needs 6. I mean, theoretically 5 could be fine. As you all know, sometimes you're going to be lucky with that, but he decides to wait just a little bit longer to get his 6th blaze rod. It's going to be a very smart decision because you just never know, and getting back to the Nether is going to be a real hellhole. Again, one final exit, you know, like save the game just in case he needs to exit without saving. And you know what? It's Minecraft. You hope for the best RNG, but you got to prepare for the worst. But he's fine. He gets his blaze rod. He wants to get the hell out of there, and that is the Nether done for this entire run. You can see this is the old 1.14 Nether because, like I said, Minecraft PlayStation 4 has not received an update since 2019. It has crossbows. It has village and pillage. It's the most updated version of Minecraft console as a result. It's great for it's the best 1-2 speedrun as a result of that. But it does mean that there is no new Nether, no new things to do with that. And now what he does is he goes straight into chopping down wood mode. This is, again, this is what makes this so interesting for me to watch. Like, you figure like, ooh, what's going to happen now? This is a 26-minute speedrun. What's he doing? Well, you know, from about, you know, 10 minutes into this speedrun to a solid, oh, yep, here we are at 13 minutes. We're still chopping down wood to, you know what, it's probably done now at like 30, oh, and you know, 14 minutes in, we're still chopping down wood. Is that the crazy thing about this speedrun that is different to other speedruns is he has an amount of wood that he knows he has to get in mind. It's 300 and something wood, 320 if I'm not mistaken. He has an amount of wood that he needs to get. It's locked in his mind, and then what he has to do is he just has to get that wood as fast as he can. He's in a village already. There's no forest nearby, so he entirely guts the village of wood. Then what he does, even stranger, is he goes around killing baby villagers. He goes around taking the things that he wants and making sure that he has both villagers types that he needs. Like I said, one Fletcher and one Fletcher and one cleric is all he's going to need for this entire run. He gets those 2 things, and now he's ready for everything else that he's got to do. You can see just how gutted the village truly is here. And again, he's not quite at the wood that he needs, so he goes in here to top it off. We spend a full extra minute chopping down wood, and then we go to sleep. We wake up in the morning, and what's the next thing we do? Yeah, it's more chopping wood. Again, it's been 6 minutes since we started here, but this is the crazy thing about Minecraft console speedrunning. You need to get emeralds very quickly, and because of the fact that you can use the same trades over and over again, unlike you can in other versions, because of how the villagers are programmed to work with their workstations, it means that what you can legitimately do is just, you know, get all wood. This is the fastest way to get emeralds if you had infinite trades, and they actually do here. So even though he spends 7 minutes doing this, this is faster than killing Enderman, and given that there's no piglin bartering, this is the fastest way to get ender pearls in Minecraft. Just chop down a lot of wood. Anyway, so this is where that second axe comes in useful, by the way, because he chops down so much wood that he breaks his iron axe, and then after he's gotten that sorted, he does the most interesting maneuver here, because Minecraft Console Edition has a crafting screen that is designed for controllers, but it also has a crafting screen that is designed after the Java system one. It's called classic crafting. He turns it on that fast there. He knows the button presses he has to do, and then he uses this because it's very slightly faster to turn lots of wood into sticks quickly. He also empties his inventory out, as you can see right here. That's going to be a pretty essential thing to do. But he empties his inventory out, and what he does is he takes all of the wood and he makes an inventory full of planks. Again, this would take a very long time in the console crafting interface, so he uses the Java style crafting, and as you can see, he just takes all of these planks and he makes as many sticks as he can, and then what he does is he trades with the Fletcher. The Fletcher runs out of trades very quickly, but in console, when you reset a Fletcher's workbench, he resets his trades because he, again, is able to restock at that. Again, why is that the case? We don't know for sure. Is it a glitch? They haven't fixed it in 2 years, but who knows if that means that it's a thing or not. Anyway, so this is a key allowed part of the glitchless speedrunning, just continuously resetting the villager's workbench, and so this is what he does. He takes all of this wood that he spent the last 8 minutes harvesting, and he's going to be trading this with his Fletcher as fast as he can. Every time he resets the workbench, he gets a few more sticks crafted, because there is that little bit of a delay between when they have it and when they've done it. And again, you can see he's getting 4 to 5 emeralds every time, but it is a worthwhile endeavor to do this. This is the fastest way to get emeralds, and it's bizarre to watch, but the speed and efficiency with which he is doing this. Again, this is this is being done with a PlayStation 4 controller. It is one of the requirements of a console, but you can see that he is just continuously going in and out right here, throwing down some sticks, trading them, and then what he's doing at the same time now, because obviously he's got enough emeralds, is he's starting to get the cleric to go to his max level as well. As you know, at level 4, the cleric will trade with you ender pearls, and so he's trying to, at the same time between these stock refreshes, do that. This is, again, like a really precise thing. It's only going to be saving a few seconds, but those few seconds are important for Kaludi. He knows that he's on a pretty good time right now. He's at 20 minutes, pretty much ready to beat the game. All he needs is to not make any mistakes here, and he's going to be a world record holder. So yeah, this goes on for a very long time, as you might expect, but he does, at the very end of it, as you can see right here, get enough emeralds to get himself the final set of ender pearls that he's going to need. Oh, it's getting dangerously close right here, as you can see. Also, another villager has gone on that boat, it seems. But it's getting very close right here. He's just got to do one last set of trades with his Fletcher. He's just got to get through them one final time, and then he can finally trade for those last ender pearls that he needs. Also, while he's here, given that this is console edition, the end does have towers, and obviously you need to take those down. Snowballs would work fine, but he's nowhere near a snow biome, so what he does instead is he chops down a little bit more wood, and he uses that little bit of extra wood to make sure that he has a bow and arrow, and then what he does right here, you can see this is a particularly fun thing in my opinion, is he has the barrel full of his stuff, he just breaks it to get his full inventory back, because he had the spaces stored for everything else, and then he does the organization later. That is faster to do on a controller. Again, the tiny micro management decisions that be made right here are quite clever, but now what he has to do is trade for those last ender pearls that he needs before going, and now he's got enough to be pretty sure that he, again, he's relatively sure that he's got the ender pearls that he needs to defeat Minecraft. There is only a 22% chance that he needs all 12 IF enders. This is a risk worth taking. He can always save the game and come back later, but the truth is, if he needs a 12th ender pearl, then the speedrun's not going to work anyway. So he's got his 11 ender pearls, he's got his wood that he needs for everything else, and so after he's done this and he's organized his inventory, what he does is he grabs a final 12th pearl, apparently deciding that it is worth the risk. There is a 22% chance that an end portal does not have, does in fact have that thing missing. And so what he does is he decides, you know what, let's do this. We might lose one along the way. Who knows what's going on here. The run is going very well from right now. He's on for a world record time if he can get a decent end portal discovery, and if he can get himself a decent end fight. Again, he's got like 8 minutes to go until the world record is gone. It seems absurd to the casual Minecraft player, but again, he knows the rough coordinates he has to head to because of that Nether Fortress from earlier. He can multiply those coordinates by 3 roughly. He knows that he can combine that information with his IF enders, and he can get a pretty good feel for where you combine those two things together, and all of a sudden you've got a really great feel for where the end portal and where the stronghold is going to be. If you don't know, IF enders only point you towards the spawn portal off a also this is one of my favorite things, like the RNG kind of, let's call it manipulation if you will, but like the exit and saves strategy, like saving the game before any major potential catastrophic decision is a really clever way to save himself losing some eye fenders. And so yeah, before he throws one, he always and it turns out it's going to be in the middle of this lake right here. Something that is a tragedy, something that no one wants to see. This is awful. Having to dig down below water is going to slow you down. It's going to potentially drown you if you're not careful. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very aware of what to do. He's got that locked down. And now he digs down to roughly where his eye offender took him. And this is truly one of the run-defining moments. I mean, sure, if he dug down to any part of the Stronghold, he can find the end portal in a few minutes. It's not going to affect the world record nature. But what makes this a truly, again, like world-beating world record, the best one that has come across so far, is he digs straight into the end portal room. He's ready for it. He's willing to go, and boom! Just less than 25 minutes in, he's in the end. Now this is where it comes in. This is the final showdown. Can he get the world record? And obviously, you know from this video title that he can. But this is where it gets even more interesting in my opinion, because this is a console edition. Again, like it feels like weird and unpolished, like something's wrong. But this is the console edition end that was created and was so good for console, they decided to duplicate it for Java and then later for Bedrock. That's why it looks like slightly like those versions. They took their end versions from this. I always love that as a fun fact, that console edition made a different end, and then the other versions kind of took it. And yeah, so now what he does is he takes down the towers, as you normally expect to do. And one of my favorite uses of the save, game thing here is to make the, like the Ender Dragon slightly less terrifying. Because here's the deal, if you want to take down these cage towers, having Ender Pearls is a really good idea. He saves the game before pearling, because just in case something goes terrible, he is entirely ready for that situation. And I love that as like a precaution in my opinion. Also, you can see the cages are slightly different here on console. Also, you can see the way he can mine them is much safer. It's something I'm used to. On Bedrock, you will die if you do this, just be warned. But on console, the explosion works very slightly different in a more fair and logical way in my opinion. So now he's taken those all down. He rides a boat off the top here, and as a fun little fact, boats don't take falling damage in console. Why is that the case? It's one of those mysteries that we've never come to the bottom of, but he uses that to get down from the pillar in a way that I absolutely love, and then he goes straight in for the Ender Dragon. Now though, again, he's at 26 minutes almost into this run. He knows that he needs the dragon to come back regularly, so what does he do? He uses an interesting, part of Ender Dragon behavior in Minecraft console, that is the Ender Dragon will spend some time waiting to come down if you stay near the center, but if you leave the center, the dragon is more likely to come. So every time she flies off, what he does is he runs to the other side of the end to the dragon. The dragon tries to stay within a certain distance of the player, in this case Kaludi, and so by running continuously in the opposite direction, he forces the dragon to come down for a third time. And what's this? Oh, he's there. He's so close. Is he gonna do it? Is he? You can see, interesting enough, the console edition dragon is just so strong, so invulnerable to criticals and potions and every single other effect. But yeah, he's got an iron axe. Handily enough, another side benefit of that. He's got his iron axe, he's got a way to craft an iron sword, and now he just needs to get the dragon to come down one more time. He knows there's a world record brewing, but it's just about the seconds now. Thank God the running away technique works, and boom, just like that. I say just like that. I mean, you can see just how many hits from a sword it really takes to do so. But just like that, the dragon is dead. He's in the portal. He's ready for anything that's coming. And all it takes now is this moment right here. Wait. All it takes now is this moment right here, where the end credits roll. Minecraft Legacy Console Edition, beaten in 26 minutes and 26 seconds without glitches in the new trading system, aka 1.14 PlayStation 4. This is the world record, and might just stand as the world record for a while. The cool thing about the Console Edition version of Minecraft is just how bizarre and different all of the categories are. I'd say this is one of the most normal categories in terms of what you can expect. Everything else gets very bizarre very quickly, and that's what I find absolutely beautiful. The reason I'm sharing this run with you is because Minecraft Legacy Console, despite being, again, a discontinued version of Minecraft, is still one of the top 100 most speedrun games, if you check speedrun.com. It is still a game with a hefty community, and if you miss Minecraft Console, as we all do from time to time, if you are someone who played in that, era, then one of the cool things you can find is this little community, and it's incredibly fun because of just how RNG detached it can be. There's no piglin manipulation. There's no, oh, you gotta really hope that a bastion spawns or an Ev Fortress spawns. Everything just happens, and it's about you and how well you can use that interface and how well you know all the steps and can pull them off, and that's what speedrunning is really about. I love that Minecraft is so RNG heavy sometimes. It's a delight to watch live, but sometimes you just feel like, oh, the people with the world records are the people with the great RNG. But when you watch this, you can't deny there was a lot of skill and decisions that went into that, and if that's what you like in speedrunning, Minecraft Legacy Console's for you. And if it's not what you like in speedrunning, we agree. I love Minecraft Bedrock speedruns. I love Minecraft Java speedruns, but it does have to be mentioned, there's a third version of Minecraft, and if you want to check it out, there is a speedrun .com category just for it, speedrun.com/MCE. They have their own Discord, they have a lot of their own things, and you should come join them. It's a fun little space. Anyway, if that's... Oh, look, wait, look at me. I'm the 13th best speedrun in the world. I forgot I did a speedrun a month ago. You wanna beat Toycat? I bet you can. This is how tragically slow my time was, and that's how fast it can be if you believe in yourself. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed at least some amount, and because if you did, I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Unless there's a house fire. Only you can prevent house fires. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!